How's everybody doing, and welcome back to another Dead Linger video. We are now reviewing Hotfix 10F. It finally released at 2 a.m. October 3rd. It's not a huge update or anything, but it does help out with the gameplay. This patch is for the first-person animations, zombie AI, I'm guessing, and probably a lot more. So again, as usual, we're going to keep these videos relatively short. This one might be even shorter than the others since it's not as big as a fix. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And as usual, of course, I will post the description for the patch notes. I'll post the link of the patch notes in the description. There we go. Sorry, late night, just got back from the gym. Alright, let's jump into it. So the first one we have is a large patch. Excuse me. Tons of animations are now in, but not entirely tweaked. Some items will still be held a bit wrong, and there are a couple animation bugs, but most animations will now play in proper places. Enjoy. Second one we have is another large one. As zombie count has been drastically increased across the world, good luck. So this is a nice one. With people experiencing lag and whatnot, like still experiencing bad lag, it might be a little bit more difficult and more frustrating at the time. But for most of us, there wasn't too many zombies in place at the time. So I believe on their Twitter they said that they tripled the amount there were across the world. So this will make it more harder since the zombies are at this point in time easy to kill. And with there being a lot more equals more hordes of them and more dangerous. Next one we have on the list, zombies should no longer be stuck bobbing their heads in a never-ending knockback animation. I never experienced this myself. I guess I'm kind of glad. It probably would have been pretty cool, maybe play some epic rock music to that. But that's cool, they fixed another bug. Next one we have on the list, zombies should now attack about 3 times faster than they did before. Okay, so this just counteracted what I said before of not being that dangerous. So zombies will now attack 3 times faster, and there's going to be 3 times the amount, I believe is what they said on their Twitter. Unless they were talking about their attack speed is 3 times faster. I'm not sure. But either way, the zombies have increased, and they have increased attack speed, so they are going to be much dangerous. If you experience horrible FPS in this game at this time, this is going to be probably not so good, but I hope you enjoy the update anyway. Next one, backpacks now auto-equip if you do not have a backpack equipped. This one I am happy for. I was getting frustrated with having to drop items from my inventory and to put the backpack in my inventory to equip it. But every time I drop stuff out, if you've seen my previous videos, I'd go in the cabin, I'd pick up food, drop it, and then it would just disappear. So that sucks, but now they fixed that, so that is good. Next one we have on the list is fix the bug where survivors could spawn extremely close to where they died. Now they will spawn a minimum of 100 meters away. This is kind of nice, because when my very first world I loaded up in the game, I was stuck in a crevice, no way out. The hills were too steep. I died by fall damage because I tried jumping up the hill and it pushed me back, fell all the way down, and then I respawned in there again, and it was pretty horrible. So that's pretty cool that they fixed that. That's good. The next one we have, the console key, default, the tilde, or back quote, can now be remapped. This is especially added for non-QWERTY keyboard users and users who aims unbridled hate towards the tilde key. So that's helpful. I'm not really into using the console command keys, and I always use QWERTY, so I don't really doesn't affect me in any way. But for those of you who don't like using QWERTY, there you go. Now you can remap that. Next one we have is the X in the top right of the backpack inventory now works and will close the backpack when clicked. This is cool. This is a cool little feature. I don't use it. I just hit B or I, inventory or backpack, to just close. I actually never noticed the X in the top right corner, but now I probably will notice that. Next one we have is fix the bug where the game would crash if you put a space at the end of a world name. I did not know this either. I always put spaces at the end of the world. Okay, no, that's a lie. I never put a space at the end of the world name, so that's good. They fixed another bug. That's good. Stance, crouch stand, indicator at the bottom left is now 25% smaller. That's good. The indicator that was there was kind of big. Wasn't necessarily in the way, but it was kind of bigger than I was thinking it was, so now they made it a little smaller. That's nice. Next one we have is fix the bug where the Uinta rifle would not zoom in. I never really picked up guns because the fact that you couldn't really zoom in with them and you held them awkwardly, so I just used melee. That's good. They fixed another bug, especially with the rifles. Next one and final one we have is upgraded the mouse cursor up to the new Unity 4.0 standards. Now there's been a lot of updates into the Unity 4 coming out of the Unity 3. There's too much to go through if anybody's into Unity. I'm not a big pro at it, but I do follow some of the updates that come out with it, since I do use it to practice and study Java and C# coding. Now we're going to move on to the known issues as usual. Pretty much the same exact as before, but I believe there's a couple different ones. First one we have is some survivors experience black screen with hands and nothing else. If you experience this issue, run in full screen instead of windowed. Next one is zombies are sometimes unresponsive or otherwise brain dead. This is one from last time. Sometimes the settings menus get overlapped. Again, as usual, hit the escape key multiple times if needed until it is closed. Next one we have is sometimes disconnecting from the game yields infreeze or crash. As usual, just go ahead and Control-Alt-Delete that, Alt-F4, whatever you can, just to kill the TDL executable. Reloading worlds from disk may cause problems such as duplicate items, lower frame rate, and etc. Guns do not always reload or fire properly and are missing recoil. They'll be updating the game to fix these issues in the near future. So probably, I believe in the next update, it's either in the next one, H, it's either G or, it's either next one, which would be G, or it's going to be H. I had to count the alphabet there for a second. I was like, oh, wait a second, which one are we on? But I believe it's either, it's this one or H. I remember I just looked at it. If you can look on their Twitter, they have a, what they want to have in the next updates, and the time frame, I should say. Next one is the game and frame rate will sometimes stutter for a short duration, especially when coming up on a new town or area. Pretty common and known. Survivors getting far apart in multiplayer will experience some funky bugs. Multiplayer in general is very buggy. Sometimes buildings will forget to spawn. Sometimes loot inside buildings will forget to spawn. The buildings want you to know they're sorry. If you experience this issue, curse loudly at the aforementioned buildings and then start a fresh new world. That sounds like me. And of course, there are a lot other obvious issues. Welcome to beta. Alright, that'll do for the patch notes. Again, I will post the link in the description if you want to read this for yourself. Or if you didn't want to watch the video, you won't even hear this, and you would just go and look at the patch notes yourself. Either way, it does not matter. I just want you guys to know that the update is out and what the patches were and what they did. So this is helping a lot with the animation and a little bit towards the gameplay, and it seems like frame rate issue as well. A little bit, not too much. It wasn't really the big focus. They had, what, 2, 3 of those already? So that's good that they're doing a little animation, because it was kind of annoying holding a gun like if I was going to punch somebody. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this TDL video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, comment, and tell me what you think. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and dislike it. Feel free to let me know why, and to see if I can improve on anything else, and we'll see you in the next one. How's it going, awesome people of the internet? If you liked my video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends through Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe now for future content, and we'll see you in the next one.